Today we will be taking a look back at Diablo Immortal in year 2024. Over the course of the year, we have seen a variety of updates, some of which were well received by community, while others left much to be desired by everyone. I'll walk through some of the key changes and updates we have seen in year 2024, highlighting both the positive and the less favorite aspect based on my observation. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, starting with the first thing that we received in year 2024. Previously, using the class change feature would erase all the loadout from your previous class, but now the armory will save all the class loadout played on your account. So if I were to change my class to Demon Hunter Barbarian, make some more loadout on Barbarian Demon Hunter, and then come back to the wizard, my loadout will remain here and they will not be erased. So this was the first feature that came in 2024 that was well received by majority of the community. The next one is for the Blacksmith. It now remember the rarity of items you have selected to quickly salvage from these icons below. Once you selected these, you don't have to always come to the blacksmith and select these items again. It makes it much easier for everyone to salvage items on the go. It took us some time to accidentally stop clicking these, but it was a good change. Next, the introduction of the Event Center reward. This was a welcome change to the Event tab, giving us the Event Center where we can earn more rewards as we play the event. So somewhat a good feature. Next, it was the Paragon crunch. A lot of people did not like the Paragon levels getting crunched, but I believe so it was the right goal. Otherwise, we would be sitting at 1,700 Paragon, and that would be a bit too much for new players to catch up. So crunching the Paragon was a good goal, and with that, they also introduced the new Paragon system, or the Paragon tree, which in my opinion somewhat started bad, but they have made a lot of good changes with this Paragon tree now, and it is much better compared to what we used to have before. Moving on to the next one, the introduction to Abyssal Verge and Gate to Erebban. It was somewhat not received well, but they made good changes after a couple of months, where now you can go and farm normal gems really easily. So now it is somewhat a best way to farm your weekly normal gems by playing Abyssal Verge or the Gate to Erebban. And the next was one of my favorite, and I would say favorite among the community, where it updated the resonance system and gave you an option to awaken your gear at rank 5. I believe so it is now rank 4 where you can awaken your gear. I could be mistaken. I think they did end up making that recently, that change recently, but all my gear is being awakened. But speaking of the resonance system, they allowed everyone to awaken their gear at rank 5, and on the top of that, you could also put your gems inside and awaken talents of the gems within as well. So that was one of the really good changes. So many people were focused on that players above 8k resonance will get a new feature or a wing feature where they can go and put more gems within, and they did not care that much about this feature at the time, where you could awaken your gear at rank 5. But in my opinion, it was one of the best features that came out throughout the year. And moving on to the next one, removing the negative effects from the cursed gear. So before, we used to have cursed negative effects on the gear, but now they have totally removed that, and now you can only have the positive effects on your gear, which was a really solid change in my opinion. Next, another change that they made was with the Blacksmith. You could have 2 additional reforges here loadout. So you can create a loadout for a PvP and you can create a loadout for the PvP, and that is something I have done myself. You can also save that through the Armory using Armory save current primary equipment reforge loadout button. This was another really good change in 2024. This is something a lot of players did not even thought about could happen, but it was a really good change and was received well in community as well. Next, we end up getting a Fisher Frenzy event that a lot of players hoped would come back, but it did not. You could go fish on a special island. It was a cross server event, so you would see players from a different server, and it was a critical fishing event. You would get quite a lot of fishes very fast. You could farm XP and get some legendary. During the event, it was a really good event, and we hope it would come back in year 2025 as well. But anyways, moving on to the next feature. Absolutely, I think everyone loves it, especially if you use the essence transfer feature a lot. Before, we used to go here and look for the essences that we want. So now you can just easily click here. You are looking for teleport essences, just click there and it shows you the essences for the teleport. And if you're looking for the essences for the slow time or any skill, it will show you the essences for that skill only. So again, this was a really well received feature by everyone. Moving on to the next one, again, it is an event that I personally enjoyed, Risk and Rally speed running the dungeon event, and I'm still using my avatar that I got being a top wizard, #1 wizard on the server, and I end up getting this exclusive avatar during that event. Absolutely love that. The duration was a bit too long, but the event itself was really fun and good in my opinion. But anyhow, moving on to the next good feature was health bar in a PvP. So in PvP, if you have a cheat that skill equipped, your health bar will display it with a silver frame around it. It is a freaking fantastic feature that changed how we play the PvP. You know when to attack someone if they have cheat that active. If you have the cheat that on you active or not, a really good feature for the PvP that was, I think, received well by everyone. But anyhow, next was the Vanguard co-op mode, which in my opinion was a letdown and still a letdown till this day because the rewards isn't that good. I would say personally the current season ultimate items are not that great, and the overall mode could be a bit of chore every Monday and Thursday, but still I'm trying to rank the charm up, and somewhat would say it's a decent mod, but they can do a lot more for this mod where you get a lot more item. I would personally add some bounded normal gems to the event, like you can get I would say 25 normal gems, the bounded one, every Monday and Thursday. I think that would make the overall Vanguard much better. But anyways, moving on to the next one, battle pass points now stack up. So before, you had to try and get 2400 battle pass points within, and if you somewhat join the battle pass or started the season late, you could not try and reach the level 40, but now you can stack them up, and it is another really good feature. But anyways, next we got the World of Warcraft event and the Moon Skull gem that lasted for 2 months. It was a good event. You could get quite a lot of legendary items, and the gem itself was good as well. You also got some portal and cosmetic weapon for each class, so it was a well received event, I would say, and I personally like that. Another big change is for the Immortal, the Blessed Rain adjustment. Now you only need to reach week 7 as an Immortal, and that would be considered Blessed Rain. And they also made some adjustment to how many wars the Shadow need to win before they can go into Trial of the Immortal. So some changes to Blessed Rain was made as well. But anyways, the next change is for the normal gems counter for the hidden lair and the party as well. Absolutely love this change where you could go and see how many gems you have collected weekly from hidden lair, Abyssal, Verge, and you can now see how many gems you have collected in a party of 4 as well. A really good change that was received well by everyone. And then of course the challenge dungeon recently was added to the game. Again, a really good way of getting the secondary set pieces now were received by everyone. And I think I forget to mention this before, but the next one is the gem progression system, which was also added in year 2024 for the 5-star legendary gem. And I hope it will come to the 2-star gems as well, where you could go and do a progressive upgrade instead of a standard upgrade where it asks you to put higher rank gems. And now you could go and do progressive upgrade in a segment, which is a really good change. Moving on to the next one, it is for the normal gem. You can come to the Master Jeweler, click on this dude, split normal gems into 3. So now you can split your higher level gems into a lower quality. And for example, I have a rank 8 topaz here. I can split into 3 rank 7 topaz. It is another really nice quality of life feature. And now ending with the last one, which was a big surprise. That was the new system for the legendary gem and 5-star legendary gem, where you could extract the power of the main gem. And if you have some gems inside of that gem that gives them enough gem power, the main gem would remain active. This was a really big change to how the 5-star gems are working. And that is all the year 2024, my review, all the biggest changes that happened throughout the year for Diablo Immortal. Let me know in the comment section down below if I end up missing something, and I wish you all a happy new year and see you all in year 2025. Later guys.